Grammy.
Buy me Grammy, Al.
What up?
I don't know, I hear something beeping. Is that on your end?
Yeah, you have your audio on your laptop.
Oh, it's an alarm, lets you know. Here, let me turn it off. God, what an age we live in. Tells you when things are beeping or whatever.
When the speakers are on, there's audio. Oh, we're doing an eating episode today. Great.
I don't know, I was hungry.
What are you eating? Looks like pineapple pizza.
Oh, you're going to fucking love this one.
Barbecue pineapple something.
No, it's chicken, bacon, onion, pineapple with an Alfredo base.
I don't really mind that.
Oh, I don't know. You fucking literally cried your brains out last week because I liked a certain type of chip.
Well, I actually cried because you said sweet chili heat mustard. But yeah, I guess whatever. I guess we're doing the eating episode. I don't have any food though, unfortunately.
That's fine. Do you get Domino's ever?
No, I got food poisoning from it though. That's why I stopped.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You know how, like, every once in a while, someone will measure their 11-inch Subway footlong and make a fucking big to-do, or there's, like, a lawsuit going on that, mostly Subway, that their tuna doesn't have any tuna in it.
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm going to make a stink against Domino's that every one of their crusts, except for the cracker thin one, is the exact same fucking crust. It'll be like hand-tossed thin, hand-tossed thick, original pan, and they're all this. Honestly, I think it's bullshit.
I think there only really needs to be 3, like a super thin, a normal, and then like a deep dish pan style.
Oh, I agree, but they offer all these things, and they're all the same fucking crust.
Yeah, so maybe you're right. Maybe you do need to, start maybe a petition or just reach out,
Lawsuit.
Find some type of, I don't know, person to talk to about it.
There's got to be some sort of board or something that regulates pizza thickness.
Yeah.
A coalition of sorts out there.
Probably, yeah.
I would think. If not, I guess I could start it.
So often we like to bring up how we don't have any fans of the show, but Josh Thorvaldson, who is actually out tree planting, made an effort to let me know that him and Joseph go out of their way every week to, set up chairs on top of big piles of dirt to get Wi-Fi, to be able to watch us week after week. And he asked for a shout out last week and I forgot. So now I thought, what better time than to, take a few minutes at the start here, after the pizza talk, of course, to,
obviously,
maybe tell a couple stories about our friend Josh to all the other listeners.
Of course. For that kind of effort, little Josh, big shout out. No question. And I mean, that's a nice dirt pile. Bill's going to love that one. He took us to a dirt pile to hang out on the other day.
Oh, yeah?
But unrelated. We showed him out enough. Yeah, that's awesome that those guys do that.
So why don't you tell me something about Josh after you're done eating?
Why don't you start?
Okay, well, I thought about a story that I thought anyone who listens to anything might be interested in, which, let's close our eyes and take ourselves back to Arizona several years ago. My eyes are open again, but, I need you to get in the zone. So
okay.
We're back there. Mm-hmm. Enjoying life. We're having some cold ones. Starts to get a little late at night. Our friend Josh starts feeling not so good. So he thinks, you know what? I think I might have to upchuck. So he takes himself to the toilet. I followed him in, of course, because I wanted to watch.
You're a good friend.
And he farted. Loud, long. If a fart could have girth, it was a girthy one. And then he felt better and didn't have to puke anymore.
I get that all the time. I think I have to sneeze and then I pee a little bit. It's hard to know where it's going to come out.
Yeah. You can keep your eyes closed if you want, but I'm done telling the story,
over?
So yeah.
Okay, good. Couldn't know where my mouth was. Develop a drinking problem, Mm-hmm. That's a good one.
I like that story. And as I was telling it aloud, that was on that trip, right? That happened? Do you recall?
I don't know. How many times have you been to my parents' house with Josh?
But I think that could have just also been at Jared's place one time instead, actually, now that I'm thinking about it.
It sounds like Josh was so drunk that he didn't know if he had to fart or upchuck, that I'm guessing you also probably weren't, 100.
Yeah. It was either on that trip or
to remember
Jared's
even
place
which
one time.
country or state you're in.
It's more not so much me at the time not knowing where I was, it's me right now not remembering when that happened. But either way, whether it was in Arizona or Maybe I'm just mixing it up with the other Josh
Another
Toilet
place.
Arizona story. But anyways, your turn to tell a Josh story.
Oh, Josh stories. One time when Josh was my bar back, I told him that I was like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to be mean to you anymore. And I meant it. And I think it lasted like 10 fucking seconds because it's impossible not to be mean to Josh. That's not even a story. I mean, he like brings it up sometimes because he has a weird photographic memory or Asperger's or something, where he'll be like, hey, remember that time you said that thing or did that thing? I'll be like, fuck no. Like, how could I? He remembers every word you've ever said. It's a skill.
You ever think that maybe it's because he looks up to you and just like, so every moment he spends with you is memorable to him?
I think so too.
That's kind of like how I remember like random ass shit from when I was a kid, because I was just like, so
looking up to me also.
Just loving being in the moment that they meant so much to me. Just like maybe the times like where Josh was being annoying and just remembering stuff just were good times to him,
I agree. I can't think of anything right now. I've definitely had some fun times with little Josh. That's for gosh darn sure.
Name one.
Off the top of my head, I don't know.
Just a fun time you've had with him.
Just spending 3 hours, 3 days in a row, trying to shoot photos of him grinding that rail for that cover.
That was a bit of a battle.
No, it wasn't fun as much as it was like, oh yeah, it's 3 hours each time, 3 days in a row until it finally started pouring. Like he wasn't even trying it. Like grind a bit, jump off. It was so stupid.
Yeah. It was stupid, but
stupid sick.
Pretty good outcome, I'd say, if you ask me. It's just my opinion about it, though. I wouldn't call it stupid. Sometimes it's worth it.
Mm-hmm. Well, he went there because he was like, oh shit, I think I have to do a nose slide. And then he accidentally did a 50 because he thought, like, he didn't know until he riding up, like, if he was going to upchuck or fart. He popped it and he got into a
kind of thing. Yeah. I gotcha. So I have a question. You asked me specifically to watch the new Ragdoll part, right?
I mean, I just thought you should, as a fan of skateboarding.
Can I just... The only question I have is why?
Icons.
Like,
I don't know.
I'm really curious why.
I just figure, like, when the next Gertz part comes out, I'll just remind you about the Ragdoll part, and it might not look so bad.
Okay. I gotcha.
Yeah, it's like if I got you to eat a piece of dog poop, and then I, gave you, like, a burnt grilled cheese, you'd be like, well, it's not that bad.
I thought you were more hinting at how, like, you and Ragdoll have so many similarities.
No, I just meant that his part's super fucking terrible.
Yeah. So the first thing it was basically my guess. As soon as I started watching, I wrote it down. Did you ask me to watch this because you see a lot of yourself in it? That was my immediate response. So I have lots of questions actually.
No, I asked you to watch it because it looks like if someone made a part where it's both the person's first time skating and also the filmer's first time filming, where they're like, I don't know how to do this. What's going on?
It's 100% iPhone clips. That's number one.
Well, I thought it was going to be like filmed by a blind dog, but nope, it was filmed by Dougska Vincent as the.
I don't know. There's a couple of clips throughout where you see the filmer with like some fucking rig with the iPhone on it. It's really weird. But it led me to think. So with iPhones being such a common camera these days, is there any time, like for example, someone like Ragdoll, like sort of an icon in skating, are they allowed to put out full iPhone parts and have it like be a normal part?
Well, I mean, no part of that was a normal part, and you could argue that about most Ragdoll parts, even when he, kind of ripped.
But so, not Ragdoll. Pretend I never said that example. Just in general, iPhone
they're like
parts okay?
There's some weird asterisks. No, unless you go the full commercial like shot on iPhone where it's actually just an iPhone attached to every other piece of equipment. Mm-hmm. But like Ty Evans probably could do it where it's like, oh, I shot a $2 million video on an iPhone, but not really.
Yeah.
I would say no, but I'm sure I could watch something where someone afterwards could tell me that was shot on an iPhone, but the person just really knew how to use it and I wouldn't know. Because kids are pretty good on the iPhones. Like, it's hard just to even zoom.
True. Do you think that it will get to a point where, like,
yep,
VXs will die, everything, like, full-length videos are dead, and everything's iPhone, and, like, you'll enjoy watching an iPhone part? Like, an actual, like, not like an Instagram compilation
no,
where it's...
I think I could. I think I could, but if I like as a filmer, I would fucking get that thing that they tried to put out, the like foam VX that fits an iPhone in the front or whatever. It's like a rubber thing. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Like you need something like that because that, even regardless of the quality of the camera, to me that's all the difference. Like I wouldn't film with like a DSLR until using the like Jason Hernandez handle. I'm like, oh, okay, this feels like filming properly. It's weighted properly.
Yeah.
Doing this is just so unbearable that it's not fun.
You don't like the thing that that filmer had, whatever contraption he was using?
What do you have, like a ready rig over his fucking head or something?
It was some kind of hook, some weird kind of hook looking thing.
I like the like cheap plastic ones that look like a scorpion tail that are just super bouncy that people use.
I think aren't those called Scorpion? I'm pretty sure they are.
Oh, that makes sense then.
I'll just pull up the screenshot here that I noticed. Oh yeah, so it's this angle. This is the fisheye angle.
Yeah.
Pretty good filming
Gets
and whatnot.
it, by the way.
And then there we see.
Oh
the
yeah.
filmer.
Yeah. Puts on the end of a stick or whatever.
It's interesting. Or wait, maybe it's a GoPro.
Well, it's definitely a GoPro. I'm saying that, but so I mean, I can't tell by the footage. I don't use enough, but like, if it's a halfway new GoPro, you don't need the stick because they have such good stabilization.
Yeah,
the
that's
stick
true. I guess
to make it look
interesting.
weirder.
I just assumed it was all iPhone, but it's probably a good classic combo of the old
'cause
iPhone
especially,
GoPro.
Well, in the new GoPros, like you have a setting within it to flatten it out, right? You don't even have to do that in post. So the shots that are like not so distorted, like you can change it to like
some of it is definitely iPhone. Like you can definitely tell, and like the long lens.
Some of these drop-ins require a second angle. You're not doing it twice.
Yeah, but anyways, overall, didn't enjoy watching that. Thought it was pretty terrible. I regretted watching it.
Hated every minute of it.
Yeah, mostly just was curious why you asked me about it, or why you asked me to watch it.
Yeah, what's Crawl, do you think? Just a lifestyle company, or what do you figure that is? If you had to guess.
Don't know.
Don't know at all.
I think it's probably just the title of the part, like how Thrasher always
No, it's a
calls
company.
things,
It's like a company.
How do you know?
Seemed like it. Maybe I don't know.
Because if you did know, then why did you ask me what I thought it was?
Well, because I didn't know what kind of company. It just seemed like it was a company.
It could be. I'm not going to do any Googling or any research to find out because I really don't think that
we don't
matters.
want them to send us any product.
Yeah,
because
that's probably what
we should probably get some product.
Yeah. For sure.
Do you see that? I mean, I guess it's probably not officially announced, but do you see that Guy Mariano's on April?
I saw him skating some of their boards. Yeah.
I assume that's the thing. If you're gonna skate one of those at that level of person, I feel like that's gotta be. That makes sense.
If you're gonna skate an April board, it's probably gonna be free. Like you're not gonna go to the shop and buy one.
He's probably getting friends and family deal at least.
Probably, maybe from the Zoomies site, he's got a promo code or something. Who knows? Really?
For sure, promo code Mariano.
Maybe.
Yeah.
For 44% off.
I guess I don't know. I just feel like you. Or maybe not. I don't know. Those guys keep everything so secretive. That would make sense, though. He would fit on there, like, with your Shane O'Neills and other guys.
I don't know. I find it hard to care too much about him until, the part that he's been filming the last 10 years that people are always like, oh, you got to wait and see his footage coming out soon.
He had that comeback part in Fully Flared, and then he had like 3 other parts since then, and they've all been pretty fucking good. There was that one that was like just ditches. Might have been on like the Barrack. Yeah, because he had like Fully Flared, pretty sweet. There was a ditch one only, and that was pretty sick. That it might have just been for the Barrack or something. And then I'm just assuming there's another one, maybe half a numbers part or some shit. I mean, it's good that it's not on numbers, whether they're in business or not.
Yeah, I don't think they are. Who knows though? Not me.
Who cares though?
Also that, yep. Did you watch that Silas Baxter Neal part, though?
Was that like 3 weeks ago? Yeah, that was so sick.
No, that was, I think, Friday last week, so it was after we recorded.
That's true. Yeah, it was awesome.
Okay, never mind. Forget it.
No, I want to talk about it.
No, I didn't watch it, sorry.
Why are you like this?
You were saying something before I cut you off.
No, I was just talking about like numbers being a business and companies that are in business. This week, I was like, oh, so that guy put out that Black Label part, that Elijah Ackerley, which was pretty sick. But I was like, oh yeah, Black Label's still a company. Good for them. And then the same day, I watched a part, but I have to look out because I remember who. Andre Beverly for ice cream. I was like, that's still a company?
I don't know anything that you're talking about.
You don't know what Black Label is?
I know what that is, but I did not know that anything came out for. I don't. I have.
It might have been today or yesterday.
Of those.
Today or yesterday. It was pretty ripping. It was pretty good. Which, I mean, I guess they just always stay in business. Like, probably low overhead, Lucero's, whatever. That one I was like, okay. But Ice Cream, do you remember what Ice Cream is? Like, Pharrell Williams and, like, TK was on it.
I think JL might have had some ice creams.
Really?
I think so, yeah.
Sick. JL.
Speaking of JL just dropped a vid. Did you watch it?
I know. I did watch it. It was sick.
Great to see some new JL clips, of course, as always.
Yeah, his footage ripping, and I'm not surprised. He's out skating all the time. Like, they out there for sure. Yeah. Yeah, oh man. I mean, the best fucking trick of the whole video was, you might not know the spot, it's this like rapid transit, like metal box that Jean does a switch crook on. We have to kind of go like over it. That's so fucked.
I don't know this. Well, I like know the clip, but you're right that I don't know the spot.
Your friend Kieran backflipped and it was like a thunder ad.
Yeah, I remember that too. It's cool.
Okay. Good talk.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, shout out Ice Cream, right? Shout out TK.
Shout out Ice Cream.
Shout out
Shout out
Pharrell.
TK.
Thrasher posted today, and they posted like there was like a thing in the link to Ice Cream and the website, and the last thing posted was 2014. It was like Ice Cream, MySpace Mac Miller concert. I was like, oh, this must be old.
That's so funny. Yeah, I was on. I noticed the Think Skateboard site's still around with like the old team from years ago too.
Like like Russ Milligan, that one, and Catfish. Man, that video they put out was fucking sick. Speaking of current skating,
business as usual.
Yeah. There's like a few
That's a good one.
Canadian
Lee
guys on
part,
it.
I think.
Yeah. It was a good video to watch skateboarding in.
But yeah, Think and Ice Cream, they really got to update their sites.
Yeah. And if they do update their sites and they, update their Flow Squad and they want to send some product, send it on over.
You know where not to go.
Yep. Oh, send us some funny Black Label boards. I've never skated a Black Label board in my life, which seems pretty off-brand for me.
That is off-brand for you. I was going to say I haven't either, but I think that's actually that's kind of off-brand for me, I'd say too.
No, had you not skated like a gold-wrapped primitive board or something, I'd be more surprised.
Yeah. It's kind of the same sort of like, in a way.
Yeah, Label and Primitive are like basically.
Just as far as like brands that like you generally wouldn't go for ever.
Which brand do you think represents you as a skater the most, speaks to you the most? Board,
Tired, probably. Is that still a thing?
I think so. Every year they put out a video I don't watch.
Yeah, same. But probably
I can't do it. Even as an old fuck, I just can't watch that shit.
Yeah. What about for yourself?
I mean, fuck. I didn't
Crawl, probably?
For sure, Crawl. Like, is it a brand? Are these even tricks? Yeah, I'd say it's pretty spot on. Mm-hmm. I mean, is 1031 still around? That seems like a default.
Yeah, that's a go-to for sure. Mm-hmm. Did you watch Ultimate
Tail
video
Devils,
Sourdough?
Actually. That's me. Yes.
Sorry. Yeah, Tail Devils.
No, Tail Devil. Shout out Tail Devil. Let's just keep shouting stuff out. Something's gonna show up. We just put up our PO box at the end. Yeah, no, did watch Sourdough. Liked it, man. It was sick. Full-length video.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy that I was like, whoa, Canadian video with a Mikey Ray part? He actually has a part in every fucking video, and a full part, and a shredding part. Like,
yeah, it's crazy.
He's going to have a part in your video somehow. I'm going to put out a video, and he's going to end up having a part, and I don't even know how.
I don't know how either, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Surprised he didn't have Tricks in JL's video.
I think he's probably in the background doing something in one of those clips. It's gotta be.
Fuck. Yeah, that guy, too prolific. Maybe just, slow it down. A little less of this, a little more of this, huh? Balance it out.
Yeah. Well, yeah, whatever. Either way.
Yeah, no, there was a bunch of good stuff in that whole video.
Yeah.
What was your favorite thing about it, or a thing that stood out to you? I mean, you're around that zone.
It's kind of hard to say. There are lots of things I liked about it. There were so many tricks in it that I didn't know happened and stuff like that, which is always good because I feel like these days, a lot of times, whether it's like just through people saying, oh, did you hear this guy did this? Or you see the photo, or you see whatever, a clip on Instagram, or like you see the spot all over Instagram that day, and then you're like, oh, I bet this guy did this.
Yeah.
There was a lot of the opposite of that, I think, was because maybe they spent a lot more time filming than I'm used
that was
to.
like 3 years, right?
I think so, something like that.
Yeah, that's cool.
So there were a lot of things like either that I forgot and then it was cool to see, or just had no idea about, which is nice.
Yeah, like you obviously know more of those spots. Like I know the more of the banger ones and stuff. They actually skated that one ledge that we did know of years ago. It's like a little ledge that kind of gaps over a floor. It's a little like marble ledge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh, cool. That's the only other time I'd seen that.
Yeah, I think people used to skate it way back in the day, but
Great, they skated the other side, that longer out one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's cool. I liked it. Always love a good local video.
I was watching the other days. I can't even remember all the parts in it, but yeah, there was some stuff in there. I know it's no alcohol clips, but
yeah, you keep like talking about me like I do clips, and you're asking me for footage for stuff and all this shit, and it's like there's a reason that you don't see the clips. You know?
Bullshit. You have this persona you play on the show of this. Meanwhile, every day text is like blipping up. You know, check your inbox. Blipped up today. What's that about?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I do. Don't have your number saved. Could be someone else.
Yeah, probably.
Right on. What are you gonna do tonight? Is it early recording?
Probably do some work and, you know,
sick.
Chill. I have the old vaccine tomorrow morning.
You're only getting your second now, hey? Dang.
Yeah, that's the way it is here.
That's slow. That's cool. Oh, you think you're going to get crazy barfy and like fever dreamy like a lot of people get?
Honestly, don't know. We'll have to wait and see. There'll be an update on the screen with how it went, because it'll be Sunday by the time.
Don't get too fucking cray. Saturday night, the picks, bro. The Olympics.
Oh, is that already Saturday?
Saturday.
I don't think that's true.
That is true.
Is that true? Oh,
yeah.
Cool.
It's this Saturday, 7 p.m. I looked it up on the internet today.
Nice.
Different year time. 6, I guess.
Oh, that's not how the time changes, but yep.
5.
Yeah.
Let me finish. I count down that way, one at a time.
Yeah. I guess it's a big Saturday then.
I've been keeping track. Anyone get hurt to knock your boy DeCenzo in there? He just needs like any one person from any country to get hurt or COVID or whatever, and then he gets
that's true. Not my boy, but I don't think so. Him. Okay.
Well.
Yeah. I'm surprised that you haven't brought up either the Jackass Forever trailer or Bam's Cold Call, to be honest.
Oh, fuck. I didn't know there was a... Oh, well, I was actually surprised that Bam, when he was listing off everything terrible in his life, didn't say he got fired from Jackass in there. Because, well, you know that, right? That he's not in the movie.
Yeah, he probably can't even say the words on a camera.
Yeah.
Like something that'll happen.
Just couldn't stay sobs. They had to give him the boot. I didn't see the trailer. Damn, I'm going to watch that after. Hang on.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume this is going to be my reaction face after, like...
Probably. You kind of, like,
sounds.
Look and act like you'd be part of that crew, hey?
Thanks.
Kind of, like, older, like, still, like, a bit of an adrenaline junkie, you know? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, you want to get some, but can't really flip it over, so it's like, well, maybe I'll put a water slide down and into a... Yeah. Guy's butt.
Yeah.
Adrenaline for sure. Can't wait.
The cold call was cool though. I actually liked it.
Months old for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And the footage of that stuff before.
There's like a lot of like the whole like kind of rambly intro. Like a lot of the like timeline doesn't really add up so well with what he's saying. Talking about like this previous January, but then Thanksgiving afterwards. But Thanksgiving this year hasn't happened yet.
Well, when you and everyone you know is getting deweys.
Yeah. But was surprised that he was able to do some of those tricks that he did. And same with Andy Roy. Same kind of feeling watching it. I was surprised.
I wasn't surprised by the BAM tricks at all. Like,
really?
There was nothing that wasn't like kind of like lumped on top, you know? Like,
you weren't surprised when he like did that tail slidey thing down the vert ramp and slipped out banana peel style directly to head hit? Because that sure surprised me and made me laugh hard.
Oh, it didn't surprise me. That's exactly how I figured that would end. Looks like a guy who's never stepped on a skateboard, because moments earlier I saw him roll his ankle riding off a curb in the ramp or whatever. Like,
yeah, but then so you weren't surprised by all that shit he did in Chris Cole's weird warehouse on that tiny quarter pipe?
Fuck no. Have you ever, like, that's since he was actually this size, but as a kid, like the chubby little kid, all he's been skating is mini ramps doing that shit. And then like,
yeah, I thought
if he's gonna skate at all, he did a trick with front rock. Don't get me wrong.
And yeah, that's all of that surprised me, but it's cool, and hopefully
I was more surprised by the Cobra stuff. Not really, but still so
What?
good.
That's
The Andy
surprising.
Roy
to you?
stuff was gnarly. Like, and I don't really like Andy Roy, but I'm like, holy fuck, he can slam a bunch of times and
Yeah.
get some. The alley-oop, like, off the wall to disaster things, you fuck.
Hopefully in the next couple of years, like his face grows into his teeth a little. You know, like he's had those chompers in for so long, and they still look like they're like.
I don't wish bad
getting
for him
set.
to relapse, but just like do enough drugs where those kind of get normal colored to the rest of your body. Like the rest of his body looks like, oh, done a lot of fucking crazy shit for drugs, and the teeth are like just not quite there.
I wonder what he was like getting kind of big and jacked for a bit, but it seemed like he's back to kind of
Yeah, he was
normal,
Beeble's
slim
fucking
self.
understudy.
Yeah, I wonder what happened to that. Probably
I
got
don't
tired.
know.
And,
Yeah, it sucks. You ever worked out? It's the fucking worst thing ever. I don't know why anyone would do it.
I guess so, but you can be massive and jacked eventually if you do the right drugs and whatnot.
That's true. Challenge next week, do steroids?
I don't want to play that one, but if anyone wants to submit any entries of steroid use, I guess feel free. Not that we're telling you to, but it's
No,
your own
I
choice.
don't.
And
Bill was telling me a story about who was this old 80s wrestler, I can't remember which one right now, Ravishing Rick Rude, who died because he injected a bunch of steroids into his penis, and then doctors it got all fucked and they had to amputate it, and instead he OD'd on purpose to die because he didn't want to live without a penis. Penis is wiener, by the way.
Yeah, no, gotcha. I'm just trying to, get myself in the zone and in the mindset of thinking, chop the
Doctor's like,
penis or
hey,
end the life.
next week, Doyle, you mind if we cut your dick off real quick? That's a large
I'd
part of
say
your personality and your.
I'd
your
say I
being.
guess so. I'd say
When I think
do
Alex
what you
Doyle,
gotta do.
I think big swinger.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool,
Well,
man.
fingers crossed it doesn't come to that for you. But either way, we're
I'm
injecting
hoping
those
it
steroids into our
doesn't.
dicks this week for the challenge. Are we doing that? Or what? I don't want to do it if we're not doing it.
Yeah, you're doing it. You're doing it. It's exciting. We got 2.5 minutes here. Do you want to brainstorm some challenges other than the
Sure.
steroids one?